Hello everybody, my name is Sawyer, but my real name is Lilith. I prefer Malachi. I don't know why I'm saying this. This is my new Full Metal Alchemist necklace. I have Edward Elric's pocket watch right here. Eat a cock-a-doodle-doo. Today, even though I know this is way past Halloween time, but in celebration of late Christmas and almost New Year's, or whatever holidays you may celebrate, I am going to be reading a creepypasta. For those of you who don't know what creepypastas are scary or creepy stories that anyone can write, anyone can read them. You don't necessarily need an account. I've got one right here, and I will be reading it to you. This one is called Recording 21A3, and I did not write this story. It is not mine. I want to make it clear right now that I have nothing to do with this. I'm only reading it. Okay? Okay. I don't know how long this will be. This is the only intro I've ever done. But this is probably the longest intro I've ever done. So I'm sorry. And if there's curses that go any higher than damn, I will abbreviate them with a stupid way that I won't say them, but you know what I'm saying. Also, I'm sorry if this is blurred. I have to hold my iPad with my legs. Get your mind out of the gutter. I want to apologize for any stuttering or loud breaths, like inhales, because my chest has been acting up lately. My asthma has been acting up and shiz, so. Okay. Begin transception. Date November 21st, 11/11/11. Speaker coughs, averts eyes, nervous. Okay. Okay, so, damn it, how do I start this? Well, okay. Let me say this first. I'm not crazy. I'm not paranoid. I do not have a hyperactive imagination. No, I did not watch several hours of horror movies. And no, I was not a sickly child. I am not mentally ill either. Well, other than this notion, my parents seem to have my jumping at shadows which aren't there. I mean, figuratively, of course. I'm not so crazy that I see the shadows that are not there. I mean, who would do that? I just hear it. The sounds, I mean. They don't just come out, right? Damn, I'm not making any sense. Look, have you ever heard the wind blowing, especially when it comes out as that almost ear-splitting whine when it's coming through the crack in the door? Or what about when your heart pounds in your ears and your head seems to throb? When the sound appears to echo up your throat and you just blame it on stress or nervousness? What about when you hear the white noise on your TV? What about when a light seems to flicker but no one else notices? Or when the ground seems to shake but appears still to everyone else? You ever even spare a second thought? You're not crazy. You're just experiencing a glimpse of what I experience every day. Think about it. All these noises just happen to come up right when you think everything around you is silent. Then everything just fades away and you feel isolated. They always just so happen to start reverberating and repeating back and forth, possibly in long hollows and sounds. Right when you feel like you're alone, they just so happen to trigger the intuition that has saved mankind for so many years, and just so happen to make you question your surroundings. And you probably ignore them, like any person. We make our excuses as foolish as we are human. Stop it. No, I am. Where was I? Oh yeah. We humans always seem to like us to use reason. Our reason is only based on what we see or experience with our own senses. So what do? We always discredit those who sense something different, because it does not align with the masses, or we are too scared to acknowledge it. See, when someone offers an alternative opinion and we discredit it, we fail to realize that there are things our senses cannot pick up, things we cannot forget, have the same magnitude as the things we cannot remember, and that doubt to the fundamentals of our knowledge seems to scare us, because then we cannot trust anyone, not even ourselves. You've probably been told justifications. The noise on TV is static, or that it is because it is. The heart appears to throb because that's just how we perceive it. And we are told to doubt ourselves. That light did not flicker at all. But when the theory is offered that explains it all, we avoid it because we are fearful of the consequences. Our apathy and ignorance is entirely ridiculous. Even Sir Arthur Conan Doyle said the infamous, "When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, how improbable must be the truth." If you have stuck around to listen to all of this, then I hope you're ready to hear, because this is not something you can go back from, even if you try to forget. Perhaps that is one of their blessing on us. It will always be that little worm in the back of your mind, inching around every doubt, feeding on every fear, questioning every truth you used to believe. Wait, what are you, no, put me down. What is this place? What? Door. Where was I again? Right. So makes your way around every doubt, every fear, every truth you would believe. You believe that those noises and small flickers and changes around you were actually not concepted, that they could be so simply explained. How about this? Imagine an insect. I can't tell you what they look like. And even my thinking they are insects is a bit of a delusion from what I know. I can only write it as far as I can see them. Which isn't much, considering we forget having ever seen them as soon as we look away. It's happened to me so many times, that odd feeling of déjà vu and surreal confusion that follow an encounter, that I've actually tried to record the instances for as long as I did not see them. For as long as I did see them, I would note down my observations quickly in my journal. But that I can only vaguely remember what I wrote, because the next time I look at my journal, even a fraction of a second later, my notes are gone. Wiped clean, a blank state. That's what we are. As soon as you see them head on, you can't remember them. Those sounds. Wait, time's up? No, please, not yet. Please, I'm getting there. Yes, I understand. Don't do this, please. You may have heard or just... Why am I crying? When did I change my shirt? What the hell? Where did this friggin' red stain come from? Nope, I'm not bleeding. Yay? Anyway, those are them. That buzzing you hear when you're all alone. It's not just your mind. Those are wings, flapping in unison. With such perfection, we cannot even recognize the sound properly. That white noise? Same thing. Wind blowing? Same thing. And when the wind howls and yells, when it cries out, it's not just because it's coming through a small gap. It's because they are screaming as you squeeze them in the small place. You force them to leave their group when you shut the door, but they get their revenge. Imagine what happens when you whistle willingly, your mouth open with all the soft, wet flesh and the rope directly into your body and brain, giving them access to vulnerable places in the pain in the control center of your body. Why do you think most people don't perceive them after all? They could manipulate your remembering what they look like without even having to be inside you. Imagine what they can do from the inside. The reason your heart seems to roar in your ears when you're nervous or scared, you are so utterly exposed, your emotional barrier is down. That's when they can overcome you. surrounding your ears and brain, laying their implants, right when you would not notice. And you breed their next generation. We're nice little incubators, aren't we? The reason butterflies seem to flutter in your stomach? Same reason. They already have access to your inside, so is it really surprisingly? They've just mastered it so smoothly, we just accept it as a human reaction. What a joke, indeed. We are so human. No, I'm done, I swear. Just let me wrap this up. Please. Please! Where am I? Damn it, did I sleepwalk? The hell? Did Michael prank me again? What's that? He wrote on my arm? Wrap it up. Shiz. I get it now. I have lived a life being aware of this lack of memory for long enough to know what it means. Okay, so look, this is just my side of the story. Now it has come to a point that I see the video camera in front of me, but I have no idea how it got there. I'm guessing they wanted to know how I exist. How they know I exist? I'm currently bound to a chair. In the white room I'm in. So empty it hurts. My body feels like it's slowly caving in on itself. My ribs stick out more and more every second. I'm not sure how I was even brought to this room. And I know someone's listening because I don't know how I got here. I don't know how long I've been here. And now there's only black. Did they put a blindfold on me? Did I always have this on, but I was able to see before? I think I'm all alone in this room. But then again, I guess considering all of what I've just said, none of us are ever truly alone, are we? They finally got to me. Goodbye. Get help. Whatever it is, don't sit still. Remember, inconspicuous noises you hear in silence. The noises and the silence you hear do not mean you are safe. It is the naivety which will kill you. No, please, I did what you asked. No, no! End transcription. Date, November 28th, 12/11/11. Duration, 7 days, 1 hour. Time elapsed, 169 hours.